everyone. I am Christie. I am a lesbian fiction author living in beautiful Northwest Washington. And this is my video for the It Gets Better project. And I'm going to tell you how, for me, it got better over the years. In the background, you probably hear my kids. My wife of 11 years and I have 3 beautiful girls. It's an all-girl household here. Even the dog is female. We joke around about that, but it's true. Everyone's a girl. We call it our inadvertent experiment in a gender-segregated household. Because, of course, when you have children, you never really know what you're going to get. So, yeah, so that's me. I grew up in Kalamazoo, Michigan, which is a city of about 100,000 in southwest Michigan. Right from the start, I was a tomboy. I was gender non-conforming, but I grew up in the 70s and the 80s, and in the 70s it was pretty fine to be a tomboy. When we got to junior high, that's when things really started to change. I think that's a theme, kind of a common theme that you'll hear in these videos, because when adolescence comes along, you kind of start to realize your difference. And for me, it was watching my female friends start to kind of talk this language all about boys and about hair and makeup and clothes, and that was not me. I was still enthralled with the game of soccer and still kind of beating boys up here and there, and so my experience was really different, and it was isolating. In high school, the sense of difference for me really crystallized, and I began to understand why I was different from other girls. And so I began to wait for college. The sense of, if I can just get out, if I can just graduate, if I can just go away, I can be myself someplace else. And as it turned out, in my case, that was entirely accurate. I spent a lot of time alone in high school, which means I got really good grades. I ended up applying and getting accepted and getting a really good financial package to Smith College. Woohoo! Go Pioneers! Played soccer there, and so soccer season started before classes even started, so I came into college with kind of a ready-made group of friends, and on the soccer team there were several very out and proud lesbians, and they took me under their wing. I think everyone could see right from the start that that was where I was headed. So yes, college was where for me it got better. There were like-minded people, there was a really supportive environment, and after college I moved first to London and then New York City, and then I eventually settled in Seattle, where it was urban, but it was outdoors urban, which is really my style. And now my wife, who I met in college, we were friends for a long time, and then we started dating, and then we got married in 2005 in Massachusetts, where it had been legal for a year when we got married. So we've been married for 11 years, and our first daughter was born in 2011, and our twin daughters were born in 2013. So it's a full house here, and as everyone always says, oh, just wait until they're teenagers, because we're going to have like a 15-year-old and 2 13-year-olds at the same time, which is going to be interesting. But yeah, it's a life I couldn't have imagined for myself when I was in junior high and high school. I pictured my future, and I saw myself as being alone, because when I was growing up, gay marriage wasn't even a concept. So marriage wasn't on my radar, having kids wasn't on my radar, mostly because I never really wanted to carry children myself. I think that's part of my gender non-conforming part. And so I just couldn't see any of that for myself. Fortunately, my wife always wanted to have children. As we say, there was a spare womb in the family, and she was able to, which we feel very fortunate for. Not everyone gets to have that experience. Yeah, so we have these amazing kids. We have a house in the woods, and I don't have to be alone. I have great friends, a supportive family, and things weren't always that way, but they got there. I hung in, and I waited out the really bad periods and got through to the good stuff. Again, I'm Christie. I write lesbian fiction, and I'm here to tell you it gets better, and for me, this is how it got better. Thanks.